Anyway, one person who I feel was not lying this week was Diana's former boyfriend, Hasnat Khan. He got up and made a very long, detailed testimony of his relationship with Diana. And the papers the next day, it was all about, I didn't finish with her, she finished with me. Well, you know that yours truly is not really interested in any of this stuff. So I scroll down and I read more. And there were 3 things that came up that I found very interesting. One was, he said he couldn't believe that MI6 didn't have a dossier on him and Diana during their relationship. Well, no shit, hasn't it? The other thing he said that there was a car that Diana loved to drive, and he loved it as well, this black Audi. And one day she turned up in a BMW, and he said, "Where's that car? I thought you loved it." And she said, "Somebody had been tampering with the brakes." So she got rid of it. Not saying anything. Then the next thing he said was, he didn't think she was paranoid. She didn't ever really go on about the fact that her life was in danger to him. He said if she mentioned it, maybe she mentioned it once. He said certainly not paranoid, and I believe him. And the other thing he said, that when they were dating, Camilla had 2 accidents in her car. And Diana remarked that, well, 2 of us can't be here. Either she goes or I go. And that Charles had hired a team of security officers to protect Camilla. And I just thought that steaming sack or pile of doggy do. I mean, he hires a team of security people to protect his mistress. And the mother of both his sons, he leaves exposed to an accident in a car. Anyway, if you are a royal watcher, possibly this week, you saw on NBC they had a special, you know, a year in the life of. And you may have noticed, truth seekers and conspiracy theorists, that the only time that you saw the Cornish muffin, she was in a barn or behind a bar, which leads me that they're just confirming what everybody's been saying about her all this time, that she is nothing more than a drunken old cow. And real serious royal watchers may have even turned up to The Other Boleyn Girl this week. I really only have one thing to say about that film. Are there no fat actors left in Hollywood? I mean, you know, if you're gonna play Henry VIII, you have got to be fat. I mean, give me a break. The man was a gargantuan mammoth. You know, you can't play a thin Henry VIII. Yes, he may have been thin when he was younger, but do your history. He met Anne Boleyn in his early 30s or mid-30s, 34, something like that. He was packing on the pounds. It was adding up, believe me. And so, you know, if you don't want to pay a fat man in a love scene, just get off Henry VIII, because the man was fat. Okay, and what's the last thing? Oh yes, the trial. The trial of Anne Boleyn. Well, you know, I thought it was very watered down, because the truth was a lot worse than you saw it. A lot of men were tortured and admitted, while having their eyes pulled out, that they had adultery with someone, but she was but she was completely innocent. She never had incest with her brother, and she was a humanist, and she was responsible for the restoration and you know, because we came from the Dark Ages and we went into this whole area of light where we focused on drama and dance and music and literature, and this carried on, you know, through Elizabeth. Anyway, anyway, I don't ever think she was pardoned by the royal family for, you know, being treated the way that she was, but thanks to the resurgence of the internet, a lot of people are saying, oh, maybe this was a queen that was got rid of because the king wanted to marry another woman and just get rid of her. And if you have any questions about either of the 2 women, one a humanist and the other one a humanitarian, who I think basically changed the world in their own way, then, you know, keep writing to me here at the Diana Inquest, because I love your comments, and I love... Oh, I forgot to say, it was Camilla. I promised Marinello that her new name here is going to be Camilla. I mean, come here and park your balls. Okay, oh yes, and if you want to see a really funny sketch between the Queen and Camilla, come here and park your balls, we're putting a new parody up this week, and it's going to be called Charles Has Gas and Come here and park your balls, Regina, or Camilla Regina. And I just want to say from everybody here at the Diner Inquest, that's Alexander the cameraman, me, and of course, well, I know you're going to be a big star. This, I want to introduce you to someone very important at the Inquest. This is Sadie. Yes, this is Sadie. So say bye-bye to everyone. Bye-bye, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye.